Now, it doesn't need to be so severe as that. Just that little move here with the hips, just so you can feel, and I like the analogy with my clients, you can swipe a credit card payment under the outside of that right foot. Hi everyone, Murdoch here, hope you're well. Now, for the senior golfer, you might remember this, to help get your load point, a golfer would whack a golf ball under the ball of their feet on their right foot. Like that. Bury it into the ground a little bit, and you can get a sense of turning into something, turning into an opposing force. Now, since that time, there's been sort of foot wedges. You can put a doorstop under there. I saw Patrick Reed on a video there, this Open that's just gone, practicing with a foot wedge under there. Now, I believe that you do need to have a load point that's based on the inside of that right foot. But there are a couple of things you need to remember first. As we get older, flexibility. I talk about this a lot, and I want you to all warm up well. I've got videos on this. I talk about it every video, but it's so important. Now, from the down the line view, before you even try and turn into a load point or go, oh yeah, I remember Murdoch, that ball under there, I'm going to give that a go. If it was 30 years ago, remember a couple of things first. We have to try and get the small of our back quite straight. That's going to feel tight. The next stage is shoulder blades back. Remember, to create a turn, we need to have something to turn around, and that means a pretty straight spine. So once you've established the shoulder blades back, the next thing is that little hip slide here, down the target line. It's only an inch or so, but that will put your position now of weight just inside the instep of that right foot. Remember, your right knee and right hip has to be just inside the instep, because if back in the day when they stuffed a ball in there, they'd kick their knee in. Remember Gary Player and many others with their knee kicked in, and then there's a big sort of turn off the ball and a lash of the hands? The old school swing needed that to activate the club. Now, it doesn't need to be so severe as that. Just that little move here with the hips, just so you can feel, and I like the analogy with my clients, you can swipe a credit card payment under the outside of that right foot if you're standing on a hardwood floor with leather-soled shoes. Get that sort of feeling there. It's only a little bit. Now, shoulder blades back. Feel as if your lower back is straight too, like this. You've got to feel like you're standing in this position to now enable the hip to turn and the feeling of sitting into it. Start to feel the turning now. This left shoulder will go down, and immediately you should feel as if you can turn this hip easier than you ever have before. Pressure will build on the inside of that right foot. It's going to feel uncomfortable. As we get here in this fully wound position, this is all I can do now, just about looking over my shoulder. Pressure on the knee, pressure on the instep, hip has turned beautifully. Our arms will be here, opposite right chest. You can see here, once you now for the downswing think of my plumb bob position, that's the top of the wall, and stay behind it, you can feel how easier this hip is, and the way you can feel pressure as you push off the ground from that load point. So without the club, as you just start getting into the feeling of the correct swing for you, base it around the setup and these good angles. Then you can start to feel as you turn around your spine, looking over your shoulder, pressure builds on the right knee and instep as you turn into that hip. Look down the line. Eyes stay down. Turning around your spine, boom, you can kind of see where good players would be. Right here. We'll just be in a shorter version of it. I'm fully stretched, my core, right knee, instep, into this hip. And pressure on the inside of that right foot. Now, as you stay behind, you can feel how you push off the right foot to help get the right hip out the way. That propels the shoulder down. So you see here, that's my plumb bob. I haven't hit a ball yet, and I've perfectly warmed up my body. So you can just see from this video, talking about the ball wedged under your foot from 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, whenever it first started, there has to be a loading in and a clearing. A load, clear, turn, turn. However you want to interpret that in your mind, but you've got the overall feeling. It's load it up, let it go. When your goal is just contact, ball turf. So then when you got that feeling, you can go, right, okay, well, I know what I'm doing now. I'm setting up really well. I really don't care about the outcome. I've now got a process that I'm going to commit to, based around hands on shoulders, maybe chest tied to here, but I can feel exactly what I'm after. And I want to commit down and stare over my shoulder. So I've gone through my plumb bob drill. Here, let's give it a shot. Here we are, don't care. Back we go. Not bad. Let's do another one. We're going down our target line. We know it's going to be pretty close. The move was quite good. Back, here's another one. Turn we go. And commit to it. Front on again. Here we go. Turn behind. See the angle of my spine just away from my target. Arms will be here with the club. No problem. Now the key is staying behind. As you feel the force pushing off the right foot, helping propel the right hip. The right shoulder is propelled down. So this move, staring at the ground. That's why I like the commit to the strike. So we've done various exercises after the plumb bob, which is this one, stretching out the left side. After the hands on shoulders or a club on your shoulders, shoulder blades back, this one, you can start to piece together from a perfectly moving and perfectly working body position based on you. You can piece together where the arms would be. These are observations when you watch other videos, but I'm giving you the feeling of how you can create that. Remember, golf is over in 1 second. Your swing is over in a second. We can only think of something simple like load, clear. But we can do various drills to increase the speed. We can increase the possibility of a more compressed ball turf strike with various drills. But ultimately, we do need to just think of hitting it. And worrying about where it goes is out of our control. We control the process, remember? The process of putting a good move on it. Anyway, I hope that helps. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Thank you for your support. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.